Have you ever desired to start a business and maybe you're a little young, but you feel like I'm too young to start a business. I have to wait until I get a little experience. I have to wait until somebody teaches me. I have to wait till all these things are in play before I can start. Well, listen, on today, you're going to meet a young lady who started her business before she was 30 years old, and she is killing the game. I want to welcome you to Arise and Build here with your girl Yakinea Marie. And in the studio today, I have my girl Sean Scott. How you
I'm
doing?
doing good.
Ain't she pretty, y'all?
Thank you for having
She
me.
taking though. She off the market, and they want 12 children, like a whole 12. Okay. And she's gonna tell you why. She's gonna tell you why. What's the name of your business?
The name of my business is Taller Playhouse Mobile Party Rentals.
And you started this why? Well, first of all, who is your audience? How old are the little ones that you service?
So I service the age group from 5 and younger, servicing to people that are in need of, I guess you can say, of activities for their toddlers.
But what, because everybody, typically a business is birthed from something, sometimes people just see a good idea and they say, well, I could do that, but oftentimes it's birthed from something. Why did this business, because everybody don't have the grace for little people, even if they try to pretend. Listen, what, the pandemic really told on a lot of parents.
Correct.
Right, because when they children were in the house with them, they were about to lose it.
Right.
All right, that's why I say everybody. Okay, all right, so tell me why.
So I guess you can say my why was, for one, my degree is in child development. I graduated from Mouse College. So after graduating from
HBCU, okay.
yeah, so after graduating Mouse College, I took on 2 jobs. Of course, serving in a daycare. I did DHR type of daycare, and I did a Montessori type of school. Um, and so doing those two experience really exposed me into what a toddler really kind of enjoy, what they like and they dislikes. That was my biggest thing, is just finding out what they like and what they dislike. And so, like you just said, the pandemic happened, things got shut down. That means I think there was like a mandated order that no daycares could be ran. And so if you're talking about a person that is out of jobs or whatnot, no children are being watched. I came upon looking over Instagram and I said, wow, there are people that are starting to do soft play areas where you're taking your business to their home, setting up for these 1-year-old birthday parties. I said, okay, I think I can do that. Let me see if I can do that. And so I started looking into to some stuff, and I got my first safety gate, my first soft mat, and everything like that. And I put it out there, and I got booked, and it just grew and grew. So I was around during quarantine giving a child their first birthday because they wasn't able to experience that. Chuck E. Cheese was shut down. Let's Play was shut down. All these businesses was shut down. And so I was just equipped enough to think fast on my feet and say, hey, I know what they like. So I have pictures from back in the day where I was dressing up like a princess, going to the birthday parties, or I was setting up like the little play areas or doing activities with them, hand-on activities, just doing the experience that I did in childcare at their homes.
So you saw a need and you filled it.
Correct.
Because while everybody's just sitting and they're just waiting on the pandemic to get over, you saw an opportunity
Correct.
to help the little babies.
Right.
And how old were you when you started?
So during that time, I started in 2021. So you might as well say that's 5 years from now. I'm 32. So what is that? 20.
You about 27.
27.
So you started at the heart of the pandemic because the pandemic came in 2020.
Correct.
Oh, really? Wow. That's interesting. Okay. And now it has grown over into, you now have your own brick and mortar building.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what led you to go over into, because it's one thing to be mobile, but it's another thing to say, you know what, I'm going to sign a lease and have a building. And what do you do in that building?
So again, it was also a need. I just seen how the parents were enjoying it. I seen how I was able to interact with parents and also teach them how, like I said, what their toddler likes and what their toddler don't like.
Mhm.
So and then the best thing about my equipment, it was toddler size. It
Mhm.
wasn't this large equipment. So they got to see their 1 year old not just being held, but actually doing the activities, crawling on the things, running in the balls. Usually, when they go to these big places, they're holding their child and they're walking around and showing everybody else the experience.
Mhm.
So I was able to give that experience to a parent that they were able to rest, see their toddlers play, see them interact. And so, I just said, okay, God, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go out there and look for a building.
Yeah.
And I'm going to build this place where a parent can be able to, see their toddler experience this. And so went and found the building. I got it. And then that's how kind of like Tyler Playhouse Mobile Party kind of went from there. And it
Great.
just grew from that parent coming in and just seeing how interactive I was with their toddlers. Because, some people don't know what activities to do with a 1 year old or two. They feel like,
That's
hey,
amazing.
they feel like they're too young to be doing stuff. So
Really?
just to see them, oh, my baby can hold crayons. Oh, my baby can do like art, activities, or oh, I can bake with them, or doing like little small activities and just showing them like the safe way to do it, or just experience with them. They're like, wow, I never even knew. Like, some people don't even know how independent a 1 year old could actually be if you just allow them to just do it. I have seen 1 year olds do certain activities where you'll be like, I thought only a 5 year old could do. Like, no,
Mhm.
they're able to do it. I have had dance instructors come in. I have had soccer coach come in, and they'll see how quickly that kid interact with just kicking the ball.
Yeah.
And just imagine if you start your child out at 1 years old doing an activity, and how well and experienced they'll be.
Now, are you going to write a book for the parents to kind of put some of these principles inside of a book? I'm asking her this, y'all, because she's part of the SHECEO,
Yes.
and this is one of the things I
Yes.
encouraged her to do.
Well,
So,
Well, I have an amazing coach. So my amazing coach give me the guideline to write a book. And so one day, prophetess named Latanya Seals told me, if you get you a coach and you do everything your coach do, you're gonna go up and up. And so, as she said, she has put instilled in me to make a book. So I think that is something that I'm going to do.
and the reason why I said that, which is so good, because like you said, some parents don't know that a 1 year old has the capacity to do XYZ, right? Maybe they watched their mother or their sister or whomever, and they just felt like a 1 year old does this and this is what they do. But because you're gifted and anointed in this area and you're stretching this child and you're creating a space that pulls on that and expands that capacity, now inside of that book, it teaches a parent, listen, hey, your 1 year old, your 2 year old, they have the capacity to surprise you. And this is what they can do if you just push them by doing this or saying this or whatever the case may be. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
when are you gonna start on your book?
Um,
I know I'm calling you out.
I'm gonna look for it. I think that my hands be on so many things, but that's one thing that I'm going to work on.
We're gonna talk through it.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah, you said don't be calling you out of it.
Okay.
So I saw on social media that you and your husband Justin started a t-shirt line.
Correct.
I actually love your pictures, by the way. I really do. Okay, what's the name of the t-shirt line?
So the t-shirt line is Risk Takers.
Risk Takers.
Risk
So was
Takers.
that your vision or was that Justin's vision?
So to be honest, it is Justin vision.
It's Justin vision.
It is Justin
Okay,
vision.
so Justin, come on, slide on over here.
Yes, it
Come
is
on.
Justin vision.
He gonna come into the spotlight just to share with you all.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Come on over.
As they said, come on in the room.
Yes, you can go right there. Yes.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. So lean into the mic, Justin. Uh-oh.
Okay.
Let's see. You're gonna have to lean over there. He's so
Okay.
tall, Jesus.
I got you.
All right.
Justin.
So Justin, tell us, we wasn't prepped for two guests on here. So this impromptu, but I want to hear from the visionary Justin. Because Justin, you are a young entrepreneur yourself. So what led to you starting Risk Takers? God. Talking to the mic.
God, I was asleep in my room one night. This was in college. He woke me up 2, 3 in the morning, I couldn't go to sleep, and I just started getting these different small verses, these different small little sayings, and I just started to write them down. And then next morning, I looked at them and I said, "What is this?" And it just dawned on me, okay, I can do something with this. And it just took time for me to really realize what I had and how I
Okay.
could use it.
Risk taker. I
Mhm.
like that. That's so good. The reason why it's so good because a lot of people are afraid to take risk. You understand? It's like God speak to them, but they need part two, part three, and part four before they'll just step out and just obey him, right? But
Exactly.
that risk taker, and here's the thing: it's a play on words, but risk taker in partnership with God is not really taking a risk. You see the play on words? It's a risk to you. It's a risk to me because we stepping out like, Lord, okay, I'm going to rent this office. I'm going to do this. I'm going to start this. You understand? And God like, I got you.
Right.
Mhm.
Because of your faith, I got you. You understand?
And I kind of call that a calculated risk
Oh, I like that.
Mhm.
Come on,
because he gonna do it for you regardless,
mhm,
especially if he gave it to you.
in partnership
And
with
I always knew it that he gave this to me, so I know it's gonna happen for me through my faith. But
you.
it
Okay,
wasn't until I tapped into God to be able to understand that he could do it for me.
okay,
So
okay.
I think that's the best thing about his brand is risk take. Like he said, he was getting these visions in
Hmm.
college. If you ask Justin, did he pick up a Bible? No, he was getting these verses. And then when he tapped into who he was supposed to be in
Yeah,
Christ, that's when he was
that's when
able to
it's
see the vision for
uh,
what it is. And sometimes I think that's what it is. It's like we have these visions,
mhm,
but if we're not connected to the source,
mhm,
then we're not going to really know the blueprint of it. And
mhm.
so until he was connected to it, then he found out this meant this scripture.
Yeah,
This is what he was saying.
yeah,
This is what he was talking about.
that's good.
And so I think that's the connection of like you just said, when you're taking that risk, take a
Yeah,
calculated risk that you're
wonderful.
partnering up with God
Your
and not
partner.
just out here just risking,
That's
risking
good.
it all.
That's good.
So
Thank you,
No
Justin.
problem.
Thank you. Like I'm tiptoeing on in. It looked
tiptoeing
like he
back
about
out.
6 feet tall. But
He
came
is.
up to just knocking everything over.
Yes.
Okay, well, thank you, Justin.
Yeah.
Well, I just love the fact that you two young entrepreneurs are out here not just talking about it, but you're being about it. You taking risks, you taking calculated
Calculated
risks
risk.
in partnership with God. God, He's responsible, but we're also responsible. So when we put those two together, success is inevitable, right?
Yes,
And so I'm
ma'am.
excited about it. Are you proud of your husband?
I am so proud of him.
I,
I definitely am. I brag about him all the time.
you all
And
are newlyweds.
yes, ma'am, we are.
Have you hit 1 year yet?
June 1st.
This year, June
This
1st?
year.
Oh,
It's coming
wow.
up. It's coming up.
Wow. Y'all like less. Y'all 11 plus months. Y'all almost there.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations. Happy anniversary. Happy early
Yes,
anniversary.
ma'am.
I mean, look the producer over there clapping.
Yes.
I'm excited. So, what would you say to a parent? I won't just say mother because you have some fathers out there raising babies as well. What would you say to a parent who is maybe they feel like it's too expensive to put their child in a child play per se, so they're trying to do everything themselves at the house, but they're stressed out.
I will say, of course, come to Tyler Playhouse. But what I also want you to know at Tyler Playhouse, it's not just more so of education. They learn so many things like social skills. Um, they learn, like I said, just activities that put them in an environment to be independent. And you want that. You want to see how they're gonna do, detach away from you. I understand that some things can be expensive, but if you are pouring into what you think could grow,
Mhm.
then it's going to grow and you're going to see it. And so that's the best thing. I have had so many parents that like, this is my first time ever, dropping my child off. I am have this anxiety or different things. And I tell them it's like the band-aid effect. You're gonna rip that band-aid, it's gone. But the much air it gets, it starts to heal and heal, and
Mhm.
you'll start to see it.
Mhm.
And so I would just say it's just something that you just have to, I guess you can say, pour into because it's your child. You want to see them grow. And there's nothing wrong with them being at the house. It's just the simple fact is that social skills that they're
Yes.
missing
Yes.
of being around a toddler
Yes.
at that age.
So, and this is Monday through Saturday or Monday through Sunday?
Monday through Friday, we're open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Okay.
During our open play sessions with our mini activities.
Mm.
On Saturday and Sunday, we do our parties. So
Okay.
we do our birthday parties, we do our mobile parties,
Okay, that makes
and
sense.
different things like
That makes
that.
sense.
But we are moving to a larger building, so we're trying to see if we can try to put in doing more birthday parties during the week, just time schedule slots and different things. But for right now, we do a lot on Monday through Friday.
Okay.
So it's kind of hard to try to throw in a birthday party, but we're trying to get enough space that we're able to accommodate still our Monday through Friday toddlers, and also help that mother in the middle of the week that may want to throw her baby a toddler party.
That's
so they're
good.
able to come in.
That's
and
good.
enjoy.
Now I know this podcast sounds like we are trying to get you to send your child over to the child play, which you should. However, I really wanted to highlight one of our young entrepreneurs who stepped out in her 20s to start her business. Okay, and so what principles do your business the foundational? I know it's the Word of God, right? Um, what are some principles that your business stands on? Some practical principles. Give me some practical. We already know what's the word. Hand bar that none, but you know, some people they quote scriptures all day long. They still not moving and doing nothing. All right. So what are some practical principles that pushed you or that your business stands on that keep you going?
I want to say one principle is pretty much our village. I'm really big on that. Because I know when I was growing up, a village is very strong. And so what a village is something like being able to contact that mother, being able to, we're all on the same page when it comes to that child, whatever the needs are. And so you have me, the parent, and we do a lot of activities where their parents are coming in doing the activities with them. Because of course they're going to be with Miss Shine, they're going to enjoy Miss Shine, but I also want them to enjoy these activities with their parents. So we have days where I do uh mothers with muffins, or I say bring in your auntie, or bring in, I want them
That's
to see
fun.
that education is fun through the family. I do stuff when bring your, your parents, your grandparents and stuff like that. Bring your godparents in to do activities with them, because like I said, it's a village that's going to raise this child up. And if they see everybody contributing to their education or contributing to what you're trying to get them to do when it's come to social, they're gonna grow, because they're gonna be like, okay, well, I see my mom, she's sitting on the floor playing with me with blocks. I maybe don't see it at home, but I see her doing it here. And so a lot of parents just don't even understand that part. It's not that the kids just enjoy Miss Shawn. It's just Miss Shawn just tapped into being a toddler with them. So I'm on the floor rolling with them. I'm doing art with them.
You become a kid.
Yes. And so when they get to see their parent also becoming a kid, and their parent is just not running around washing dishes or doing this and doing that, it amazes them. Or when they see their grandparent come in on a special day and just sit down and just have a snack with them, or talk to them and different things, or have conversations with them. I think that really opens them up and be like, hey, well, I usually don't get to talk to grandmother all the time. So now I have this mediator in the middle that's being able to talk for me with them and figure out some things.
You really love them children.
Yes.
Listen, somebody may be watching this and they're like, you know what? I've always wanted to start a playhouse or a child care or whatever the case may be. I'm sure you inspiring them. Like, let me go help these babies. I'm gonna help the parents as well.
Right.
Now, as an entrepreneur, you were talking to an entrepreneur, regardless of what field they're in, and they're on the fence of stepping out. Maybe they're 25 or they're 27 or they're 22 and they feel like they're too young. They feel like I don't know enough, I don't have enough, or whatever the case would be, but I do have a vision. What would you say to that young person who they're pregnant with something, they're pregnant with a vision, but they're on the fence, they just have not stepped out yet? What would you say to them?
I'll tell them that there's somebody that's waiting for them. And that's all I ever think about. Like, if I ever stop, then there's somebody that I have stopped on along my journey. And that's what keep me pushing, because I know that somebody needs it. And I would just say, if you have that inside of you, there's somebody out here that needs that. So to continue to push yourself to try to get that out as best as possible, because it's a need and somebody out here needs it. And the moment that you drop it,
Mhm.
the moment that you help them.
I agree with that. I believe that there are people attached and connected to all of us,
Mhm.
right? Our yes can be the difference between somebody else giving birth to greatness, deliverance, healing, whatever the
Mhm.
case may be. But it starts with somebody. Somebody had to say yes,
Yes.
right?
Mhm.
And God can use whomever He will. The unfortunate thing is, if you're assigned to do toddlers playhouse and then you keep telling God no, and
Mhm.
you keep making excuses, and God can use someone else. But what if it takes another year or 2 years before this person say, yes, I
Yes.
will accept the assignment? You understand?
Right.
So what we're saying to you is, if you're pregnant with something, if you have a vision, you have an idea, don't overthink it. You don't have to have all the money. You don't have to have all
Mhm.
the connections. They don't have to have all this stuff. You understand? To get started, sometimes you need a collaboration.
Correct.
A good collaboration can be a game changer for you, right? And sometimes
Right.
we feel like we have to start. Did you start on your own?
I started on my own.
You,
So with Tyler Playhouse, I started on my own. And sometimes, like I said, sometimes you need a shift. And when I say a shift, sometimes you may have people around you that may didn't fall through on the things that they wanted to do,
mm-hmm.
or like you said, they're just fearful. And sometimes you need a shift and be in a room full of, like you just say, entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to shift that, and so it will help you to push, because of course it's COVID when I started. A lot
Mm-hmm.
of people are going to say no.
Yeah.
A lot of business is going to tell you no, and different things like that.
Did you get those?
I got no's to the idea because nobody's seen it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Or
So are you a trendsetter?
I feel like
You
I'm a
better come
trendsetter.
on. All
Yes.
right.
I feel like I'm a trendsetter simply just because it was a vision that I saw. And like I said, I want people to gravitate, because I want a place where toddlers can go, nationwide, where
Yeah.
it's just not um 6 year olds running over them or different things like that, just for the safety part of it.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, there was a lot of people that didn't really see the vision of
But
what
you
I was
kept
trying to
going. You
say.
kept asking.
But I kept going because I had to show them, this is what I'm talking about. This
Yeah.
is what I'm saying. Like, there needs to be a place like this. It
That's
needs to
good.
be a place for a toddler to be able to thrive in, pretty much. And like I said, that 1 year old should not be on their mother's hip during their birthday party.
Yeah.
That 1 year old should be able to enjoy their party. They did not just have that 1 year old party to just celebrate the guests that come here and all
Yeah.
the kids run around,
Yeah.
and you're just holding that 1 year old. No, it's their
Yeah.
birthday.
Yeah.
So let them go play.
That is so good. I didn't know you was the first. I like that. Hmm. Hmm. My head's spinning like, girl, shoot, you can contract this out. You can have you somebody, okay, a whole nother thing. Like almost like a franchise type of situation. You see what I'm saying? All right, that's a whole nother thing, a whole nother day. You understand? But I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm so proud of you. You and Justin.
Yes, thank you.
That is so great. I look forward to your book coming out.
Yes, ma'am.
Your how-to book. I do. I
Yes.
look forward to your how-to book, because you're going to have other people that want to mimic and duplicate you, right? And you already have the
Right.
framework of what that looks like, and they will pay you to
Yes.
teach them how to do it. Because why try to figure it out when someone has already blazed the trail?
Yes, ma'am.
You see what I'm saying? Any last remarks for our young entrepreneurs?
I think the only thing I want to tell you is just do it. Just
Okay.
do it. Like they say, just like Nike, just do it.
Just do
Pretty
it.
much. Just go out for it.
And what is your website?
My website is tylerplayhousellc.net. That's where you can find us. That's where you can book us. I don't think we talked a lot about mobile, but that's where Justin comes in to help me with the
Oh, the
mobile.
mobile. So
Yes.
what? Tell me about the mobile.
So mobile is setting this up at your house or
Oh,
event center or different things like that. And so when I said that Justin helped me out by traveling
Mhm.
and getting that equipment packed up in the car,
Yeah.
taking it where it needs to go, especially if we got a party at Toddler Playhouse in the building.
Such a nice
Guess
supportive
what I'm
husband.
saying? So so yeah, so Mobile is also an awesome thing, especially if you do not want to leave. If you have older parents or older grandparents that do not want to leave, they want to be in a environment that's, small knit. So we're able to come to you, set that up for your toddlers to be able to crawl through the equipment and get in the ball pits and stuff like that. And so
That's nice.
enjoy it.
Well, you know what? My youngest baby is 29 years old. So, but we do have some little grandbabies.
Oh, yes.
And that's so good. That's so good. I'm so proud of you. Thank
Ma'am.
you for coming on Arise and Build.
Yes,
I
thank
appreciate you.
you.
Thank you for being a part of the SHECEO.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know, you are a great example.
Yes, thank you. I feel
You-
like a celebrity. I feel very honored to be on here. Like, I feel like this is gonna go higher and higher. So I'm glad that
I
I'm like,
received that.
yes, I'm
Thank
glad
you.
like I'm a guest on here, so I can always go back and say I was on this. Yes. So
Well, this
I
is
thank
just the
you.
beginning. So thank you. Thank you all for watching us on Arise and Build. If
Yes.
you are not already subscribed, make sure that you do so. Make sure that you like and you share. And if myself or my guest, Sean, said anything that resonated with your spirit, that blessed you, we would love to know what that was. Make sure that you comment below.